Before we start today's lesson, I want to go back and review a concept that we should have done in 7th grade, distributive property. If we have 3 times by 2x, let's say minus 4. Okay, this is something hopefully we did in 7th grade, and this is what we call distributive property. We need to distribute the 3 through the parentheses. But if I look at this problem, by solving any problem, I start with correct order of operations. So we look to solve parentheses first. But if I go inside the parentheses, I have 2x minus 4. Can I combine 2x minus 4 together? No. They don't both have an x on the end. They don't both have the same last names. So I cannot combine those. After parentheses, we always look for exponents. We do not have any exponents in this problem, so we move on. After exponents, we look for multiplying and dividing. We do have multiplying going on. 3 is sitting next to the parentheses, next to the 2x minus 4. So the 3 is getting times through. So the 3 is times by the 2x, which makes 6x. And then 3 is also being times by the negative 4. So 3 times a negative 4 is a negative 12. Be careful, sometimes kids will not see the negative sign here. So 3 times negative 4 is negative 12. I cannot combine 6x minus 12, so that is my answer. Okay, if we look at another one real quick, let's say we have negative 2 times by 5y minus 7. So same situation, we always look for parentheses first. 5y minus 7 we cannot combine because they do not have the same last names. This has a y, this does not. I do not have any exponents in the problem, but once again I do have multiplying. This negative 2 has to be times through. It's distributed by both of them. So negative 2 is times by the 5y. So negative 2 times 5 makes negative 10y. And then we also have to take the negative 2 and times it by this last term as well. Be careful here. A negative times a negative makes a positive. Do not just bring the sign down. Okay, that's another mistake kids make. Make sure you times the signs. Negative times a negative makes a positive. 2 times 7 turns out to be 14. Okay, so negative 10y plus 14 is my final answer. That leads into what we're looking at today and what we have been doing with the multi-step equations. So we're going to make these a little bit tougher today. We're going to add to this. If I have the situation, let's say 3, then a parenthesis, 2x plus 4, close parenthesis, equals 4x minus 2. Okay, so here's our problem today. Just like before, we find the equal sign and we want to break this in half. We want to get a right side and a left side to the equation. Find out what variable we're solving for, and we're solving for x, and once again x is on both sides. So our goal is we have to get all our x's to the same side. Okay, but before we do that, we need to look to clean this problem up. Okay, what do I mean by clean it up? If I look at the left side, is there anything I can do to this side? Well, hopefully we learned from what we just talked about before. I do have parentheses, 2x plus 4, but I cannot combine those together. I don't have any exponents, but I do have multiplying and dividing. This 3 needs to be times through. So this 3 is times by this 2x, which gives me 6x. Then I also have this 3, and it's times by a positive 4. So a positive times a positive makes a positive, and 3 times 4 is 12. Okay, so I write that below. Now 6x plus 12, I cannot group those. That is all I can do to this side. This side is now being cleaned up. Okay, but if I go to this side, can I clean up anything over here? There is no parentheses, there is no exponents, no multiply and divide, technically, and I cannot combine the 4x minus 2. Okay, so this sign has already been cleaned up. But I'm going to drop it down and keep it on the same line so I can stay organized. So I'm going to put it right next to this one. Okay, so every problem we've done in the past, they've already been cleaned up. What we're doing today is we're going to make you now have to clean it up a little bit before you solve it. Okay, so now we're to this step. Once again, we need to get all our x's on the same side. So the 6x is going to stay here. This 4x needs to come across. When he comes across, he's going to change to a negative 4x. That's all our x's, but get everything else on the other side. Over here, be careful, that's a negative 2, so then negative 2 is going to stay there. This side, we have a positive 12 who needs to come across the fence, and he's going to change from a positive to a negative 12. Okay, now group like terms. 6 takes away 4 is 2x. A negative 2 and another negative 12 makes negative 14. And then our final step, divide by 2, divide by 2, so x equals negative 7. There's my final answer. Okay, let's look at another one. Let's say we have the situation 6y minus 2 equals 4, parenthesis, 2 minus y, close parenthesis. Okay, same thing, find your equal sign, break the problem in half. And now we always need to start looking to see if we can clean it up. Can I clean up anything on this side? No, it's just 6y minus 2, so I'm going to bring that down. I'm probably going to have to clean up this side, which I do. I can take this 4 and I can times it through. 4 times 2 is 8, and 4 times a negative y makes negative 4y. Okay, now get all our y's on the same side, so 6y is going to stay there. Negative 4y needs to hop across and change to a positive 4y. 8's going to stay here, but this negative 2 needs to come over and change to a positive 2. 6 plus 4 makes 10y, and 8 plus 2 is 10. And our final step, divide by 10, divide by 10, y must be 1. There's our final answer. Okay. We want you guys to try one real quick. So let's say you have 4 parenthesis 5 plus a close parenthesis equals negative 2a minus 4. Okay, I'll get you started breaking it in half. You guys go ahead and try to solve that real quick. Okay, I'm just going to get caught up with you a little bit. Hopefully you saw this and times this through. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times positive a makes a positive 4a. There's nothing you can do on this side, so you just brought it down. Negative 2a minus 4. And keep going. Okay, from here you gotta get all your a's together. So 4a is gonna stay. Negative 2a is gonna hop across, change to a positive 2a. Over on this side we have a negative 4. This side we need to bring a positive 20 over, and it's going to change to a negative 20. 4a plus 2a makes 6a. A negative 4 and a negative 20 make negative 24. Final step, divide by 6, divide by 6. A must be negative divided by a positive is a negative. 24 divided by 6 is 4. And there's your final answer. Okay, there's 6 problems that Mrs. Brimhall and myself want you to solve. So go ahead and solve those 6 problems. After those 6 problems are done, there's going to be another short video just going over the next step. But I'm just going to go quick on that. So hang in there with the videos and then go from there.